Welcome to SVG-TV News for Thursday, December 5th, 2024. I am Jennifer Richardson with the details. President of the National Fisherfolk Organization, the NFO, Winsbert Harry, says they strongly oppose to Rainforest Seafood's plan to build a seafood market in Canouan. It was recently reported that Rainforest Seafoods has applied to the Physical Planning and Development Board for approval to construct the market. Harry explained that when Rainforest Seafoods first entered the St. Vincent and the Grenadines SVG market, local fishermen were optimistic, believing the company would help buy fish from them. However, he said the situation has now changed.
National Fisherfolk Organization is not in support of that because when fisherfolks in St. Vincent and the Grenadines heard about Rainforest, that Rainforest was going to purchase $20 million worth of fish for fisherfolks, and they will not be competing with local fishers and local market in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They will be more focused.
Harry pointed out that fishermen were not consulted about the proposed project, especially considering there is already an established fish market in Marriaqua.
To see if we can have a voice, because it's time that we the fisher folks speak out against things that will affect our livelihood and that will create a long-term devastation for our fisheries stock and our fisheries resources. Because if Rainforest come to St. Vincent and the Grenadines to open a fish market, about a month ago we had an announcement made by the minister say that we have a shortage of fish in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So the question they are asking me now is where Rainforest going to be getting the fish from to sell in that fish market. And one of the things as well they are saying is that pretty soon Rainforest will be bringing their own boat to fish here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and they will be importing more fish into St. Vincent and the Grenadines because of what is going to be taking place. And we are saying totally no development. If you come here to buy fish from the local fisher folks and it is not happening, we need to have a discussion. But nobody is looking to reach out to the national organization to have a sit down discussion with us.
The NFO president said that local fishermen have expressed concerns to him and are considering taking action, including organizing a demonstration to protest the construction of any new fish market.
Able to sustain your family if you sell Rainforest the price that they are putting on the table for the fisher folks. And this is why many fisher folks is not really selling fish to Rainforest is because of the price. And there is no real system has been put in place, because for the longest while I've been calling on the government in St. Vincent and the Grenadines to have concession and subsidies for fisher folk in not assisting the fishing cooperative. The cooperative and them is limbo, and instead of giving this right away that we are not supporting for Rainforest to open a fish market. We have the Canouan fish market right there. We have the Barley fisher folks. Why don't develop our fishing cooperative? And for see, Rainforest had already had so many concession that fisher folks does not have, and to see them now going into opening a market. Speaking to some of the fish vendors at the Kingston Fish Market, the fish vendors cooperative, they themselves see it as a threat to the Kingston Fish Market.
Minister of Agriculture Saboto Caesar is calling for a boost in livestock rearing in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Speaking at a recent handing over ceremony of vouchers and seedlings for farmers in the medical cannabis industry, Minister Caesar highlighted that SVG is currently the largest exporter of livestock in the OECS. However, he pointed out that the country is struggling to meet the growing local and regional demand for livestock products.
In fact, the Grenadian butcher is coming into the country. I was advised next week he wants 100 heads of cattle. And the local butchers want animals as well. And the other countries calling for animals that we cannot even supply. So we will be putting the 18,000 acres of land we have here under production. But that doesn't mean that if you have an offer of 35,000 acres that you must turn your head away. In fact, yesterday I saw in the news where Antigua and Barbuda hearing what St. Vincent and the Grenadines did, they are now in Venezuela. And this morning, I spoke to 2 other member states of the OECS expressing interest, but I can't call the name yet. They would have to talk first. So I am looking forward to a platform where St. Vincent and the Grenadines, or farmers here, will not only be producing in country, but will be part of an establishment that is far bigger than what we are seeing here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Minister Caesar also used the opportunity to encourage local farmers to focus on improving the quality of their production. He emphasized that increasing quality would help meet both local demand and open up new export opportunities.
Once you have a good quality, you're going to be able to keep the market. Continue to diversify your production. I see a big expansion in Marriaqua in dasheen production. And I spoke yesterday, and I want to say this again. We have to ensure that we publish on a weekly basis going into the Christmas season the cost of production, so that no one will be able to come and pay you less than the cost of production for your produce. And I always say this, and I'll say this again. The cost to produce a pound of dasheen is on or about $1. Therefore, I am encouraging farmers not to sell their dasheen for under $100 a sack for a 100-pound sack. There are some persons who want to go around offering our farmers low prices. This will ensure, if you get a low price, that you don't have enough money to be able to continue your production. You are listening to the news. You're hearing all over the world that food price is going up. When you go in the supermarket as a farmer to buy anything, the prices are coming from America for some of the things you're importing. The prices are not cheap. The prices are high. And if the prices for food going up all over the world, how come somebody want to come on a Saturday and offer you $80 a sack for your dasheen?
Additionally, Minister Caesar addressed the ongoing challenges faced by the farming community in SVG due to the impact of Hurricane Beryl. He noted that the boat, which traditionally transports produce to Barbados on a weekly basis, is now making trips every other week. This has resulted in a reduction in the volume of produce available on the Barbadian market. However, Caesar reassured that he has committed to working with the Minister of Agriculture in Barbados to ensure the boat resumes weekly trips from SVG to Barbados, particularly in time for the Christmas season, to increase the availability of produce. Last week, a plane landed on Canouan, prompting increased surveillance by security forces. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, who also serves as Minister of Security, commented on the incident on radio on Sunday. He explained that according to reports from the Commissioner of Police and the Director of Civil Aviation, the plane was initially scheduled to land at Argyle International Airport, but instead landed on Canouan, raising some security concerns.
This plane departed to St. Vincent from Dominican Republic. We had the intelligence that the plane was coming. The intelligence suggested that it was bound for Argyle, but that might have been an error in the source of the intelligence. When we knew that it was going to Canouan, the security forces were mobilized.
The Prime Minister added that the plane remained on Canouan for one night under the watch of the police force.
We received intelligence that this aircraft was coming. It is a similar type of aircraft that one which had come some time ago, and that the intelligence suggested that it may be something that we may need to look at carefully, which and the police acted accordingly. The commissioner gave the requisite instructions, and they didn't leave the same day because they had to stay overnight and because they couldn't leave beyond after a particular hour. And it was always under security surveillance.
It was noted that 2 individuals had booked accommodations on Canouan, but nothing was allowed to be taken on or off the plane during its stay.
I had reservations to stay at Soho House, I was advised, in Canouan. But they pledged by the security forces, and nothing came off from the plane and nothing went onto the plane. It may well be that something was to go on. I don't know. It may be possible. You can't be 100% sure about this thing, that there may be compartments which nobody searched, and you don't have a K9 unit to sniff. But if that's the case, that is somebody else's challenge somewhere else. But
St. Vincent and the Grenadines is set to make aviation history as 3 American Airlines flights touched down on the same day for the first time. The SVG Tourism Authority in the news release says the milestone event, scheduled for Saturday, December 7th, 2024, will see flights arriving from Charlotte, Miami, and John F. Kennedy International in New York. The authority says this unprecedented occasion is a testament to the growing appeal and accessibility of St. Vincent and the Grenadines as a premier travel destination, and that these direct flights from key U.S. hubs reflect the increased demand for SVG as a top Caribbean getaway for adventure seekers, leisure travelers, and diaspora connections. Minister of Tourism, Civil Aviation, Sustainable Development and Culture, Carlos James, expressed his enthusiasm for this historic moment, stating that the achievement underscores the strategic growth of our destination in the U.S. market and demonstrates the confidence major airlines have in the potential of SVG's tourism industry. The flights are expected to arrive at Argyle International Airport between 1:47 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. World Pediatrics has successfully completed its final mission to St. Vincent and the Grenadines for 2024. Program Director with World Pediatrics, Sigmund Wiggins, stated that the last mission, which involved a laparoscopic surgical team, was a success. He said many children were able to receive critical medical help from the overseas doctors.
We had 3 days of surgery and evaluation of patients. We would have seen 11 patients who had surgical procedures and 13 patients who were evaluated with different conditions. We had patients who needed to have the esophageal dilations done. We had those with colectomies done. And this team was led by Dr. David Lanning, who is a pediatric laparoscopic surgeon from Children's Hospital of Virginia.
Wiggins added that local doctors also benefited from capacity building and training, which will equip them to perform specialized surgeries here in SVG in the future.
A batch from the surgery department at Milton Cato Memorial Hospital, as well as the OR nurses, the operating theater nurses, were able to receive adequate laparoscopic training, so that if and when we are able to do laparoscopic surgeries here, they will be well equipped to undertake these surgeries, being fully competent, qualified, and confident in what they're doing and how it is to be done. So overall, World Pediatrics was very excited to partner with the local team here from SVG in offering these services to both the children and their parents and to the hospital and its staff as we seek to advance healthcare here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
According to Wiggins, one of the highlights of this mission was the timeliness, which allowed for life-saving surgeries to be carried out by the World Pediatrics team.
And so we are happy that this team came to St. Vincent at this time, where they were able to work with the local staff in providing care for an emergency patient, a 14-year-old who got into an incident recently and was there at the hospital, had to undergo surgery by our team, our laparoscopic team. And from all reports and results, her condition is much improved and she's well on the way to a speedy recovery. And so again, we want to say thank you to our partners for coming to St. Vincent and taking a special interest in the health and well-being of our children here.
The medical missions of the World's Pediatric Project will continue next year. Final touches are being applied to the Marriaqua Civil Center in Hopewell, a new facility set to replace the old Marriaqua Community Hall. The upgraded center will feature expanded functions and additional space for the local community. During a recent update on the building's progress, Area Representative for Marriaqua, Honorable Sinclair Prince, confirmed that the facility is expected to be fully operational by the end of December.
We will be using it as the center of cultural activity, social activity in Marriaqua. We'll be using it for delivery of services from the government. Also, it is going to be a learning center. We're going to use it because we have a kitchen downstairs, we're going to use it to teach hospitality and other areas which is relating to tourism and the hospitality sector here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Because Marriaqua is far away from these centers and we need to have our own training facilities here. So we will be using this facility to do that. That, of course, is in addition to what we have proposed, the Marriaqua Technical Institute, which is going to be next door. We have the designs for that, and we are waiting for the next budget cycle to start to do something concrete in regard to that. But this particular center, of course, is going to be the pride of this Marriaqua Valley. Already, the residents are happy with it. We hope that it will be used fully by the people of Marriaqua. It is in a central position. It is in Hopewell, not far away from the main population centers, and I expect that we will fully utilize it.
In addition to the progress update, residents of Marriaqua and nearby communities have urged the local residents to take responsibility for maintaining the facility, as it will play a crucial role in the development and well-being of future generations.
And the center, I report to the center built up here because it's a really great thing for the youths, for the future, everybody, what I mean, to come here and learn something, But what I want people to do carefully, I work so hard here to take care of the center, make sure it stay clean, what I mean, nice landscaping, build on the place, keep it nice, the children and them could have a nice time.
This building here, wow, I can't say. But this is a nice building. They make it the environment different, change, uplift. We're building to the future, for the people, for the children, everybody.
Yeah. All I have to say to the people them who come in here and use the center, just use it productively and put your mind at what you want to come and achieve, and you will achieve what you want to. So just come and build your focus.
This 72 hours weather outlook from the SVG Meteorological Services says that on the southern edge of Atlantic high-pressure systems, cloud patches are moving within the wind flow and converging across our islands, bringing scattered showers. It says moisture levels are likely to be elevated across St. Vincent and the Grenadines tonight. Weak unstable conditions could maintain occasional cloudy skies and scattered showers during Friday, with thunderstorm activity possible over the weekend. Patches of Saharan dust continue to create an occasional film of haze across our area. Moderate fresh cool breeze across our islands vary in direction between northeast and east-southeast in some locations. Wind speeds could increase near showers. Sea conditions are moderate in open water with swells ranging from 1.5 to 2 meters west of our islands and up to 2.5 meters east of our islands. Small craft operators and sea bathers are asked to exercise caution for above normal swells. Breaking wave action and occasional gusty winds by late Friday. Swell heights are expected to gradually fall near 1.2 meters west of SVG and near 1.8 meters east of SVG.